Hey everyone, welcome to the Banshee Moon channel. Thanks so much for watching the videos. If you like them, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and definitely subscribe to the channel. That way you can see all the good stuff we have coming out. And if you leave a comment in the comment section below, I can respond. Look at that. I could like do curls with this. It's so heavy. Alright, well it's not that heavy, but
we get so excited about salmon.
Atlantic fresh caught salmon with the skin.
Oh, the skin is so delicious.
I
don't understand.
And
why would people have the skin
added
cut off?
Freebie because they love farmer.
Yeah.
They said, "Can we give this to you? Would you mind if we give this to you?"
The guy actually said that. He's
so nice.
I said, "I don't know. What's the catch?" He said, "No, it's just extra." That somebody had bought a couple of pounds, and that was the remaining piece. But why do people have the skin cut off of salmon? Don't you love the skin?
I love the skin.
You can.
Well,
you
farmer
can
makes it crispy, so
and you don't even have to scale it. I don't think, because I've eaten the scales and all, and when you fry it up just right.
I see a scale right there.
You flash, look how thin they are.
Ew, I didn't know there were scales.
When you cook salmon, when we cook salmon, we cook it quickly and we don't cook it for very long so that it's not overcooked. If you overcook it, it becomes dry and unpleasant. I treat it like sushi, honestly, like ahi. It's just super.
Yeah, the middle is just that color.
I'll eat it. It'll barely
Soft
be warmed up in the
delish.
middle, and it's just so delicious.
Yeah.
But if you kind of sear it, then the skin crisps up. And it adds so much flavor, and it has a fat layer. You know, the salmon lives in very cold water, and it has a fat insulant, and that is so delicious.
And it's so filling.
And it's so good for you. Look, this is.
You don't have to eat very much of it, and you're just full.
People are going to think we're nuts. People are going to think we're working for the salmon industry. This is a Norwegian product that's called Carlson fish oil, the very finest.
It's so good. I mean, good in that it's really healthy for you.
It's got great purity.
But it doesn't taste bad.
Purity and potency. It's just loaded with all the right kinds of elements of the fish oil.
Yeah, it helps with your joints and it's good for your heart.
I tell you, every time I have an ache or a pain, it's because I have forgotten to take my fish oil.
Yeah.
And you can buy it in capsules, or you can buy it in a bottle like that and just drink it. So in the morning, I come in the kitchen and I grab this and I take a shot. Yeah.
I get a spoon and take a spoonful.
So what else are you excited about?
I am excited that it's spring. Oh, really excited about this.
The wine is ready.
Squeezed it. It's almost ready. Well, I mean, it is kind of ready since we're drinking it. It still has oak chips in it. I'm going to drain those out.
I don't know how I got that. I drew off a bottle of this 5-gallon jug.
You got the bottom?
No, I didn't.
You got the top, the very top.
Oh, because I didn't have the siphon deep enough.
Yeah.
So did you tell me about work today? Do you have any exciting stories?
Work has been so busy, which is great, but today it was a little bit slower. Well, for me it was a little bit slower for the spray tanning, but we did massages and facials and waxing and all that stuff, nails. And the highlight was when this guy came in, brought his girlfriend in, it was her birthday, and as soon as they walked in, I had a whole bunch of people in the front, people checking in and out, and it smelled like pot. Like serious cannabis. It was like, whoa, and they just were oblivious, like they had no idea. And he just peeled off a couple hundreds and
from a big stack of hundreds?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
And just
left
her there.
What was his first name?
Jamal, I think. Yeah.
Jamal with the
hundreds. And he had like long braids and it was crazy.
Yeah.
But she loved it. She had a great time at the spa.
She was stoned and somebody was tickling her.
I don't know. She didn't look like she was.
You probably smoked some pot.
No.
Come on, farm girl.
Well, I mean, of course I have.
Hasn't everybody?
Yeah.
Well,
it's not like something that I do all the time, but I mean, I'm not against it.
Ooh,
I'm totally for it.
confession. How many times a decade?
A decade? Which decade?
How many times did you smoke pot in the 90s? From 1998 to 2000?
Maybe twice.
You could
Wait,
you could be president.
Yeah,
There you go.
maybe twice.
There's your
But
qualification.
1980 to 1990? Oh.
You know, they legalized pot in Denver like 40 years too late.
Colorado.
I'm sorry,
In
yes.
general.
In general, in Colorado.
But
yes.
he lived in Denver, so
I lived in Aurora. It was the 13th
Yeah.
fastest growing community in the U.S. in the 70s. And I was walking out in a field to smoke a joint. I was all excited. I had my little girlfriend, a date or whatever. I don't even remember who she was. But we walked out into the middle of this field. It must have been a 10-acre, 12-acre field, surrounded by residential and some industrial. And this cop pulls up out in the distance. I'm telling you, he's a half a mile away. And he pulls up on this road adjacent to the field, and he gets out. And
how do they know?
what did he know? And I'm standing there with a joint in my hand, and I know he can't see me.
I always got.
He can't see any detail of my body because he's a half a mile away. So
Yeah.
I just, I see him, and I'm wondering, what is he doing? I see him get out of his car, and he starts making his way towards us. So I nonchalantly drop the joint and keep walking towards him, which is the direction we were walking anyway. He walks out. It must take him 2 minutes or 3 minutes. He meets us and walks us. He says, "Turn around," and he walks us back the other direction. He walked us to the joint.
You should have walked like way around the joint.
How in the hell did this guy know? Now, I figured either the CIA was involved or some person that lived in an apartment building on the other side of the field was using binoculars, called the police. And
Busted.
it was the weirdest thing.
That's
It was
really
one of my weirdest memories, because I'm not lying to you. This guy came up out of nowhere. In the distance, he was this big. Like he knew.
You were like, I'm pinching your head.
He had intelligence. He knew that those people out there, they could barely see, had a joint. He walked directly to us. Not much transpired.
But it wasn't lit.
Yeah.
How'd they know?
See, I don't remember the details of that.
Oh, maybe it was.
Maybe
I
this
think
is
it was lit.
40 years ago. Maybe it was lit, and
Somebody was lit.
but we could have been smoking a cigarette.
Yeah, true.
Somebody had to have reported us, and it was somebody who.
They
and
just thought that you looked weird out in their field.
and
Like,
it wasn't their
why?
field. It was an undeveloped field. It was just undeveloped, unused. It was probably owned by the county, or it wasn't fenced in. There was none of that. There was anything like that. There were no structures. It was, if anybody remembers, any of you old timers, Aurora, Colorado in the 70s, there was a lot of open space, and there were a lot of empty fields, and there was nothing out there for us to be. There were tumbleweeds. 10 acres of tumbleweeds, and we're out there with bull snakes and rattlesnakes and tumbleweeds, and I got busted for possession of illegal narcotics,
wow.
and I had to pay a fine, and my mom was not happy.
I'm sure.
And
Oh, poor mama.
I smoked pot after that just to defy the man. I did, and I really
He hated it.
And I hated it. I actually did not like pot. I never liked it. And
Oh, so, okay, we're at a Super Bowl party at my house when I first met Jay. And
which was when? Like 1986?
86.
Yeah.
And it was probably Super
Who was
Bowl
in the
87.
Super Bowl? Who was in it?
I don't remember. And I'll have to look that up. But his mom calls the phone. Somebody
Back
answers.
then we didn't have, this was 10 years
Yeah,
before
this is like
cell
a house
phones.
phone.
Yeah.
And he is on the phone and tells her
I was
that
paranoid.
I got him high. And then he said, "I can't talk to you, Mom. I got you. Jennifer got me high. And I was like, what? Call her back right now. And he's like, no, I'm not calling her. I'm so high. It was not cool.
Yeah, I think
and then she hated me, like after that,
She
forever.
loved you. She
No,
loved you.
she hated me.
I think she loved you.
Yeah.
But I think I don't like pot. I don't smoke it. I'll smoke it out of defiance. Out of defiance, I'll smoke it once every couple
Here's
of
to the
years.
man.
Listen, I don't. I'm not an anti-government person. I love the police when they're good police and fair. But I think that I know this is a little bit late in the game to be saying this, and I've said it all my life. I think that's prohibition, and I think people need to chill out. And
Yeah.
People who are against it
the
or people who
state's
are
gonna make
drink.
so much money if they
Look
take
up prohibition. There's people out there that don't even know really what prohibition is. They hear the word, but they don't know what it is. That's the government seizing this booze, alcoholic beverages, and saying this is completely illegal. It's bad. It's evil. You
If it
can't
happens
do
again,
it.
we're gonna be bootleggers.
Yeah.
you'll
And
never
that's
forget.
exactly the same thing with pot. Pot is a plant. Pot is an intoxicant that comes from a plant. This is an intoxicant that comes from a plant. If you think pot is bad, you are ignorant. It's a plant, and if you don't like it,
That's your opinion.
I'm sorry, that's my opinion. If you don't like it, don't smoke it. If you don't like this, don't drink it. So
Yeah, buddy.
I'm sorry this became an opinion piece. And really, it's just about the lovely farm girl.
Really? All right. Well,
I get irritated
shall we
by that.
cook some salmon?
Yeah.
Put it on the grill?
No, I think we'll cook it right in here in the kitchen.